Neighbours, also known as Bad Neighbours, is a 2014 film directed by Nicholas Stoller. This is written by Andy J. Cohen and Brendan O'Brien, with a cast including Seth Rogen, Rose Byrne, Zac Efron, Lisa Kudrow's in it. This is one of those films where I figured I'd see it eventually, but needless to say, I didn't rush to see it. But I currently have a Now TV subscription, and it's on Now TV, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I didn't really care for it. The first kind of 20, maybe even 30 minutes were actually pretty good. I liked the setting up. But after that point, I found things to just be not that great. And I didn't like any of the characters. This is about a couple who have a young baby, and a fraternity house is next door. And it's all about them trying to cope with this and confronting them, occasionally joining in with them. And honestly, it's not interesting. And the actual events in this are very dull. If the characters had been interesting or even likeable, that might have been okay, because I might have enjoyed their journey. I might have watched the characters and focused on them and their actions rather than the actual events of the narrative. But honestly, I didn't like any of them. In fact, I kind of disliked our protagonists. I really didn't like them, so that meant I didn't care about their journey. On the one hand, I could relate. Never lived next to a frat house, but I hate noise. I absolutely hate noise, and I cannot stand it when people play really loud music in the middle of the night when you're in close proximity to your neighbours. I cannot stand it. So that part of it I could sympathise with. I've lived through that before, and I know what that's like. But beyond relating to how they were feeling a lot of the time, I didn't connect with the characters in any way. And as I said, I found the narrative to be really dull. So it got off to a relatively strong start. But after that, after about half an hour, I just completely lost interest. It's also not funny, in my opinion. It might appeal to other people's tastes, but it is meant to be a comedy. And I didn't laugh once. So it might appeal more to some people than it did to me. But even if that's the case, I still don't think it's a good narrative. I don't think the characters are very well written. The performances are fine. I have no problems with the performances, but everything else just didn't work. So unfortunately, Neighbours, or Bad Neighbours, has not been worth the wait. And unless there's a specific reason why you want to watch this, for example, if you're a fan of somebody in the cast, I'd say it's probably not worth checking out.